out my face. Fuck out my face, yo. Fuck out my face. Fuck out my face. Fuck out my face.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first ever episode of our BrainStorm podcast, or what we're going to be referring to as our BS podcast. I'm your host, BrainStorm, and today I am joined by our co-host, Pwned Your Mom. Rumor has it, at the age of 12, he sucked a titty, and honestly, it's just been a true inspiration to me ever since. Adam, how you doing?
Doing good, so I'm doing good. That is a rumor, though. 12 years old, complete life. 13, though. It happened. Sucked a titty. Double D. Changed my life. We talk about that later.
You're fucking legend, dude. Looking forward to hearing that story. So, today, we are actually joined by our very, very special guest, Jaime? Is it Mark?
Jim Anderson.
Jim Anderson! Welcome, Jim Anderson. How you doing, bro?
Talk to me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I never expected to be part of this.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go from there.
Well, we're actually brought you on to talk a little bit about your experience in the military, your experience as a cop, and, you know, your experience as a private investigator as well. You know, you have a very decorated background.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We actually did quite a bit of homework on you just to, you know, make sure
Well, I know you're in the business of following people. We actually had someone follow you to get some information.
Yeah, only for a few months.
It's really not too bad. I go to 2 bars. So
yeah, it was really.
that's where I meet my clients. Where everybody knows your name.
It was actually your buddy Fletch. Nah, you didn't know.
I call those guys. I'll be over here.
He took
Fletch had a camera on his button.
the whole time. Yeah, the best came on the whole time. We caught everything.
That chick's did 2 cameras, 2 different cameras.
Hey,
2 different.
you had to.
Two. Let's start with the facts. As everybody knows, I am your son, and you are my father. Tell us some stuff we don't know.
Okay. Well, I didn't know I was going to have a kid. And the reason we named you Storm was because there was in May, which is usually nice, there's a total thunderstorm going on. And
It was on the story.
yeah, so I'm like, hey, I was like, what do you want to name? What else? That's Storm. And okay, I don't care. Just get it out of me.
You're like this.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so good morning, the first two guys like,
You just that is a sick ass name. And the only time I've ever met someone with the name Storm, it really pissed me off. Just because I was like, there's only one Storm, like straight up.
and see, and I thought that was who was boobies you were playing with when you were 13.
No, I can't say that. Well, sadly for out of this, but god damn, dude. She was an
Well, anything at 13.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Anything at 13 that makes you go,
Usually angels don't fall from heaven into Manteca. With this one, I don't know.
yeah.
There's just so much front weight, the waist couldn't even stop it.
Yeah. It was good to put your elbow on when she's leaning forward too.
Yeah, that's good. Comfortable.
Yeah, so have you, your older brother Josh, we have Carson, your younger brother, and of course we got Jackie and the girls, and
Lisa to bring it all together.
oh,
Fantastic.
oh yeah, Lisa's the warden. Yeah, she's a champ.
She
I thought I heard her.
yeah.
She was,
No, for real. She puts up with a lot of your shit, man.
as well as everybody else. I mean, I'm not impartial with who wants to put up my shit. This spreads everywhere.
That is true, man. No, man, everybody loves you across this entire town, man. I'll be talking to people who live in Fresno and stuff, and like, wait, Jim Anderson's your dad?
Jimbos?
That was really funny. Everybody like, how come you're famous? You were in movies. I go, no. I get lucky to get into that shit.
I'd say my grandfather dropped his jaw when he found out that you're on Netflix. Off his fucking mind, dude. Wait, I was sitting next to him.
Yeah.
He's like, I was that close to stardom, dude.
Yeah, and you were looking at going,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah.
He's like, dude, I've known this guy since he was pulling his balls.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
Hey, for a while.
You could have been a lot smarter had a right to the left.
I actually could have. I didn't do it. I could have been a lot better. A lot less painful. Not
Smile.
why?
Yeah, beautiful teeth.
Don't I know it?
You're down to my sperm.
We're watching every single one of your teeth. Every tooth is fucking.
Your teeth are swimmingly.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's go through your questions.
All right. Well, I mean, if you want to talk about dads,
Here we go.
you want to talk about dads, dude. All right. So actually, no. Grandpa Ted, my Grandpa Ted, his father, he was also in the military and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when he got in the military.
Yeah.
And sadly, he exited the military when he was struck with illness.
Yeah, you got out of the military and he became a biomedical equipment engineer, and then shortly after that, it was diagnosed with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease.
It's tough. And was that your fault?
Well, mine and Adam's. It's a, he had 12 hours, I had 12 hours, Yeah, it was crazy. So when he sat there, he's like, he told us, hey, Dad, my arm got tore off in a motorcycle. Well, I rubbed iron on it. You're fine up there.
Yeah.
Put it back. Don't be putting on the carpet.
Take that on.
So they, that's how he was from Wyoming, so he bow hunt. He'd bow hunt deer.
No,
He'd like, somebody taking a rifle? What are you gonna do? I'm a bow hunt.
So I made my own bow.
Yeah, you saw Rambo. The first part one was kind of my dad.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a doc.
So he told us, I'd be fourth or no, so I was in fifth grade, trying out for youth football. And they only had what they call the junior midgets and the midgets, which were the two top levels. So, and I'm trying out, and they were beating the shit out of me. And I'm like, Dad, I can't do it. He goes, I don't want to hear you say you can't again. I go, oh, fuck, this is not going to work out. So I got my ass kicked for the first year. In sixth grade, they beat the hell out of me. And they had fun, and they were guys who were just machines. And they beat the shit out of me. So I never said can't again. And then my dad got sick. He's like, I can't. I said, opportunity is. Yeah, he said never say can't.
Yeah.
That's probably a shitty thing to say. But
Stand up, dude.
it was that. Yeah, okay, I can't. But you know what? Later on, when I was a cop, I'd come home and visit him and stuff. We'd watch a football game. He had a ventilator, respirator, gastrostomy tube, everything. And so when his team would score, I'd just unplug his. He would just be crying because he's laughing so hard.
That's why I was crying. For sure, dude. That's why I was crying.
Because he couldn't talk, so he had to just sit there. But yeah, great fucking guy. And a lot of people died 3 to 5 years when Lou Gehrig's disease. 23 years, bro.
That's a dude's like historic.
That's like just they got old mentality.
That's that stubborn. I'm like, you need a job before you go?
He's like, I already got one.
Nobody's gonna reach that Guinness.
No, one person. He's the second. Yeah, there was somebody who went 30 years.
That little fucker.
Those skinny fucker.
That little fucker.
But it was crazy because even when before I even got my driver's license, I was driving him back to Wyoming in his, handicapped van like this. Yeah, I'm like, but I drove him all the way back, and I was happy. And then later, after we got back, he told me something. Your driving was great, son, but you don't actually have to slow down a quarter mile before the fucking stop sign. Because I had to start braking. When I got stop sign, it was just like the van rolling by itself. And he couldn't say nothing, but he had to beep stuff out like this, because he had a Morse code. And, so that's my first lesson.
Yeah, no shit.
I remember towards the end of his life, because that's when I really, really knew him. I knew him up to the age of 5, 7. So
7, yeah.
7 years old, and I always caught him. He was always frisky with it. He's always flirting with them. You always give him the eyebrows and shit.
Yeah. They bring your girl around. Like, hey, man.
Towards the end of his life, he was only able to communicate with his eyebrows once for yes and twice for no. Or making passes at my mom.
Or being honest. Was it just being lazy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He really didn't want to do those fucking dishes.
Yeah.
Really committed to it.
Yeah, I'm like,
so.
But you were always, when we grew up, we were always.
It's been prank. He just wanted you to watch.
Hey, you guys saw that Dumb and Dumber Part 2, where he was talking to Lauren was talking to Harry, and he was in a wheelchair and stuff.
Yeah.
We were scared like that when we were kids. We're like,
it's taking a 15-year prank.
Yeah. So my dad he'd beep to us, get busy on your homework. And me and Ted would sit over there and talk, go, what's he gonna do if we don't? I tell him, you try, fucker. I'm not doing that. Aha! That's it.
Fuck! Oh shit, dude! I knew it.
Thanks. The Harry and Lloyd, you could never know.
Holy
and he was a big man, so I'm like, shit.
He's a long con kind of guy, dude.
Always a guy for the long joke, you know.
We'll start off with easy questions. How many people have you shot?
I can neither confirm or deny that at this time.
He's at
And see,
How many were white?
you know, it's crazy that, people talk about, they think they're like, oh, you shot that motherfucker. You fucking dumped that guy. He's in the hospital. Wow, that's great. It's never like that, to be honest. You're like, fuck, there's somebody that is either severely injured. And yeah, you did the right thing justifiably, but it's never like high five and shit, because you got to think, got kids, got kids, got a wife, got parents, brothers and sisters, and if somebody doesn't survive something, a deadly situation, and you happen to be part of something like that, you got that. I know a million guys that got that on their conscience right now, and they're like, and some people high five and back, but I know a lot of people that go, fuck, so even people in the military, you've got some of the special forces. They do what they do because of the necessity of it, but not because they like it, but it's their job. And through law enforcement, through military, job is to serve and protect. So whether they're abroad or they're here, always protecting. Always.
Yeah. Amen.
Right.
It's that. That was a big flex.
Amen.
Thank you for your
I
service.
know you probably didn't think I was that smart, huh?
Not all of this. You kidding me? That's probably like the most pathetic thing you've ever said.
Well, that's because that's something that came out of my left nut, which is a little weaker. So
So like the left, actually, the left brain though is
I'd say it's a little more down.
you got you are one of the most creative fucking things in kids. And I'm telling you right now, my goal right now is to sit you down with Quentin Tarantino, because I think that he would sit there and go, we should have anybody sit down and have Quentin Tarantino go, fuck is. Yeah, that's
It's because we share the same ADHD medicine that makes it worse.
yeah.
That's not that you guys are sharing.
Yeah.
They were splitting pills.
That's where the foot fetish comes from.
Yeah, if Clinton just smoked weed, that would be Storm Raider.
That'd be super chill.
And again, we can neither confirm or deny.
Yeah.
As long as he's not at a P. Diddy party, I think he's doing okay.
That's fair.
Dude, I think
He might be there.
with life.
He might be
When you're not a Diddy party, you're a good person, dude.
You're sticking it with Drake.
Yeah. You don't listen to Drake and you don't like P. Diddy, you're a good guy.
Okay.
What's the other
Okay.
dipshit that just got out?
Ooh.
Is it James Franco?
No, the one who just got out of jail. Miss Al and all those young
Jesus
girls.
Smollett. Oh no.
Cosby.
No.
He's
I
not
don't care
out.
what
He's
no,
still
it was R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Hey, he just got out.
Dude, there's
He's
this
out.
video online of him, and he's like doing a benefit in Ethiopia, and he's like singing the civilians like, "Do you have your passport? Do you want to come to America?" He's like, "Girl."
Then you don't you fit in my suitcase.
And he's like, he's trying to
we put you in cargo.
I gotta deal with weight fetching.
Yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead. He just got out. He was coming out to the gate. This came out. He served all that time. He came out, and there's some cameras out there, like 2, because nobody really gives a shit. And he's like, this, I'm going to prove myself. You're going to see. I'm like, shut up. You guys got out of jail. You can't talk shit already.
Yeah,
So, all right, what's next?
I actually was curious, like, going from, owning your own private investigation business to, being a cop to, your time in the Navy, everything in between and stuff. What do you prefer, being a dick or being seaman?
My goal was to be a doctor, so the seaman would have been probably my first start. But being a private dick is as well.
Nothing private about that dick.
No. That's not like Deadpool though. So they didn't it? What you just said, I was like, I wanted to be a doctor, and because Grandpa Ted got sick and he helped take care of me, you start taking care of somebody and their junk that's bigger than you. Because I was in 7th grade, I was like, wash what?
You're like, no way.
It was
How do I get the water? Oh, water coming off.
Is that
Where it
you
comes
really
from?
hear?
But taking care of him. My mom and I took care of him throughout for years and years and years. And so it kind of, for some odd reason, I was dead set on being a doctor because I love medical, I love helping people. Then
You just went the opposite.
I did, and so yeah. Doom. Nightstick, baby. no, and so, but I thought, going to law enforcement, I could help also, and I've had a freaking badass career, so I'm pretty
Like, definitely,
Dude,
you are law enforcement, help the community.
Yeah.
Helps.
And you're a certified badass, so you should get a badge.
I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, talking about those badges, whatever happened to the sticker badges from junior cops?
Yeah.
Oh, the junior cops?
Where can I get one?
Yeah.
Well, I actually had a stack of them, and I was going to give you guys some, and then I thought, probably bad idea. Hey, pulling out your wallet. Excuse me.
And I'll take out every card in my wallet. It's got the sticker.
Free exclusive.
That's your driver's license?
I try to go pay it. Just go laugh.
We're good here? Let me tell you a story.
Trying to walk out. I'm in a six pack.
Carson got pulled over. His younger brother got pulled over. And I'm on the phone with him. And I said, hey, be respectful. Put your hands on the wheel. Let him know. Dad's cop. I'm doing this. Carson got it. Dad hangs up the phone. So he's doing his thing. Well, he goes, registration. Well, he looks in his glove box, and there's like a fake $100,000 bill that's like this big. So instead of giving his registration, Carson goes, something we can work out here, officer? I'm going, the cop thought it was funny as hell. And he thought it worked out, but I'm like,
You fuck, dude.
I said, son, I gave you like 4 directions, and what did you, there's something we can work out here? And the cop's like, and then you're like, I know your dad's cop.
Don't do that.
Yeah, so that was pretty good.
That's pretty funny, dude.
Not as funny as you jumping in a brand new fucking phones. Listen, brand new fucking phones. We go out to James Booth's house and we're partying, we're having a good time. This fucking guy, I'm at 2 or 3 days, jumps in the pool with his phone. He's like, oh, so I was like, God damn.
Guy saw one.
Oh, yeah, he has saltwater pool. I saw like, fuck.
Nothing.
Fuck. And then so he went to his mom. He's like, Mom, Dad, so we're leaving. So you hang on to your mom's phone and don't get in the pool. I swear upon everything. He was like, okay, Dad, put his pocket and dove in the fucking pool.
Why would you give me another phone?
He told you to put it on the fucking table.
Why
He
you-
literally,
You mean?
you're like, okay, Dad, I'm so sorry. I'm so, boom, so I'm like, I haven't even got to my car yet.
You're damn right. Dude, I had that stoner brain before I started smoking. Yeah, I did.
I was like,
Way earlier.
that's
Probably
when they have, that's when they have those phones that go click up here, and then the Motorola Razor.
Oh, the razors, dude. That was actually the best.
That's a great phone.
The flips, dude. The clap it would make when you closed it. Dude.
Yeah,
That-
it was there.
It actually still gives me chills.
Hey, are you still coming? Hang on. What?
I want to get damn no snap. Right, dude. Clap.
But yeah, so yeah, it literally pull out. Okay.
Cry.
So he's crying. I'm sorry. I said, I'm done. We'll figure this shit out and get home. Here's your mom's phone. Put it on the table. Okay, Dad. Walk to the car. Oh, like, we're talking fucking within 8 minutes of each other. It was like,
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Reliable.
Let's set that up.
hey,
You know how to be. You want to know what happened to the phone after that, dude? Jump into a pool.
then all these phones started jumping the pools. It started something nobody knew.
No, I'd say I mean I've done that before with our fun being at a friend's house. Not twice in a row. That's impressive.
Hey, within 8 minutes.
I have done that. Get excited, see the body of water, be the kid. Well, on
And on the way in, you're like,
hit exactly in the air. You're just thinking about it. You're like, fuck.
Yes.
I got mad. I got mad one time. I was mad at. I couldn't tell you what it was. I got pissed at gosh, Daddy. That was my phone.
Dude, that's why I like the razors. The old razors.
Oh,
You bounce it, bounce right back up your
yeah,
head.
and you might have a little scratch on it. Now they got. You see that fucking phone they got now? You go like this. You watch it on this side. You can fold it open. Then they got a whole big ass
It's like
screen.
a fucking big ass tablet.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah. Let me put my phone away.
Yeah.
Like a half a loaf of bread.
Yeah. I don't think the water damage part of the phones stopped until about 7th or 8th grade. Then I left my phone on the shelf of a Target and never saw it again.
No way. Yeah.
So somebody, I'm probably still being billed for it.
Oh,
Everything is. Yeah, I haven't used. What was the old phone service?
Some elder.
Hang on. Nextel. Nextel. Hey, I'm not using Nextel.
the little. Where you at?
Yeah, I love Nextel. And then then they had the pagers. That first they had pagers. You look, I'll call this number,
Yeah.
And then they had the ones that are on the side. Hey, by the way, I'm over at this place. Can you call me this and so? I'm like, on a pager?
Yeah.
I'm winning.
I can see what somebody fucking needs, dude. Hell yeah.
When somebody back in my day, when somebody walked around with a bag phone, then you're like, this rich motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because you go like, so these are like all the phones now, I believe, are like a half a watt. Those old phones were 1 watt. They could get like, where you at? Oh, I'm 700 feet deep in a cavern, taking it in.
Yeah, I got my canary with me.
Yeah. So they had, and they got it everywhere. People walked around with the bag phone, like this, and then the other people who were rich walked around with the pull-out stereo.
Oh, but
And it was money like, oh man, this is lovely. Me and Uncle Cooge and all the boys, we get our some shithole phone from the house, and we like stick the thing to close it in the glove box, and then girls grab out like.
yeah.
There was nothing on there.
Yeah. I still have one of those and a fucking mullet, bro.
Oh,
You're pulling some fucking.
you know what? Hey, let me tell you about the 80s. So I had a buddy pull up, got his sound system in his car. And I was like, holy shit, what did you get? Dude, I got 4 8s.
Yeah, you're like, shut the fuck up.
4 8-inch speakers? What? What are you fucking kidding? Oh yeah, flip his. Give me that. We're like, oh, let me hear it. It was like, and it was rocking. He was like, watch you like this. Ready? Watch it. And that was like this. That was like this. Then that's crazy.
Hey, we just.
Back to the run, into the bang bang boogie, to upchuck the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Hey, it's 4 8s. It wasn't that loud, but it was. So, people, again, some of us were not as well off as people, like, them. So we take look at our house speakers and go, let's hook those up.
Yeah.
So we have this big ass, 15-inch thing and plugged in to the stereo, which didn't have enough power to drive them, but we cranked that bitch up and we just think, oh yeah, I got a 15s in back. Makes sense, my house today. Get out of your fucking
You have
car.
a vinyl player in your car with that.
Goes to the back seat.
You guys get some exhibit pimp my right.
Oh, man. It was so damn funny. So, yeah, but 4 8s was,
Yeah.
everybody was
You
in.
only see that shit in the magazine.
Yeah.
Like,
But the better thing was there was a group of people that had the sound system, the 4 8s. Oh, and then, Zapco EQ.
oh, Zach. Oh, no, even up until. I mean, it really thought Zapco was the fucking.
Zapco EQs, and then so they get everything set. That was great. But then you have the guys who did muscle cars, and I had a buddy Steve Austin who had an El Camino that was
Deep Austin.
yeah. No, he
Stone Cold.
yeah. Well, that's right, brother.
Stone Cold.
So they get out south, but that guy had the baddest El Camino. It didn't look like just a regular El Camino. I don't know that anybody could beat him. I mean, it was just, you pop the hood, you God damn it. There's like barely space for breathing. You're like, you walk, pop, close the hood, you're like, yeah, I'll take a ride. So my sister Tanya, Aunt Tanya, she has her fiance is Mike Rich. Well, he was 1 year ahead of me. He had a Trans Am that was fast as fuck.
The Firebird.
Oh, it was so sick, T-tops, everything. And so he would drive around backwards. The whole fucking town.
Show off.
Just do the blinkers and everything. He'd like,
What's up, bitches?
and I'm like, and I'm trying to he'd drive backwards. Hey, how you doing? And he put the
I mean, you didn't need a fucking license.
Yeah, and so I'd be like, yeah, he goes, what I want you to do is park down here. It was him, Rick Rusconi, and Willis Smith, I think. He goes, we're going to run down to court and do a prank on the guy. I go, okay. That's what I'm like, okay, cool. And so I'm like, Dan, here I go again on my own. Just like, Trans Am. And I look and I go, and Mike comes running with this hand. I go, it looks like he's got a football in his hand. And I'm like, he hops in the back seat. Willis comes, he's got like 2 footballs in his hand. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Rusconi comes running, he's got the whole marijuana plant. And back then, that was a big deal. I was like, I didn't even know what it was. I was like, I didn't even know what it was. I saw this is the best. I saw this video or a picture that says, asking your wife to marry you at her job. And she was sitting in front of a glory hole. And a hand was coming through with a ring.
That's a beautiful thing.
To be honest.
So I actually had a question for, it's kind of like about like a generality of, part of the job of cops really. Ticket quota. Do you guys just, get off on that, or do you just are really passionate about harassing the underprivileged?
You ready to hear this? It's really funny because it depends on what unit. Yeah,
it's not that funny.
Hey, T-Glass, you think I don't have a cops waiting for you? You got a broken tail light.
Quota, bitch.
So everybody's all waiting. You got a quota. That's the old term. There is what they call a national average, but they're traffic cop specific. And so there's a national average. Say for a city of 8,000 people, small thing, the national average for this should be maybe, a cop might write 15 tickets a month. Each cop, there's 10 cops out of 50. But I was with the sheriff's department, and that was not anything part of anything we did. We pulled somebody over, hey, what's going on? We have what they call letter of the law and spirit of the law. Letter of the law said, yes, you failed to stop that stop sign, scratch, press hard, 3 copies. Here it is. But we also had spirit of law. Spirit of law says, yeah, they didn't stop all the way, but listen, I'm here in the area. I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to give you a warning. So that's either write a ticket or give a warning. And really, the sheriff's department had so much vast jurisdiction within. So in Stanislaus County, we covered not only the county, but there was, if I'm in the city, I still cover that too. So the Turlock covered Turlock, Modesto covered Modesto, Ceres covered Ceres, Salida. We covered all of that included, plus the county, so all the way up to I-5. So really sitting there writing tickets was not what we were trying to do. Now we did for a while have traffic units, and that's their job. Their job is not to go after criminals and go take a burglary case, go take a rape case, go take a gang case. Their job was to watch traffic enforcement. And I probably wrote 10 to 20 tickets a year, maybe, because some people just out of control.
I just know that's
the job. Oh, you're pulling me over because this. I'm like, no, I'm pulling you over because you were doing 85 and a 25, jackass. Yeah, so
So it must be like a sex thing then, like a power thing.
Yeah, it actually is a power thing.
I figured.
You know how fast you were going, boy? Well, I'd have been doing a lot faster than pull me over, Dick.
Yeah.
I was over lower. Yeah, I just submit that to most. I was actually short down, dude. You submit it,
Hey,
and the fucking usually the officer lets me.
I didn't.
Traffic cops are dom daddies.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
But you know what? I gotta be honest with you. Nobody wanted to walk traffic. Nobody did. Oh, yeah.
I just joined the
Yeah.
look sheriff's office, and then I was sitting there trafficking and
Oh, people want to
not trafficking.
or trafficking. Okay, let's go to another delta that later.
Yeah.
No, because you want to go work things that really make a difference, and not that citing people that are out of control. makes a difference. Maybe they get suspended. Maybe they already have a suspended license. I mean, think about some of these. I pull you over for doing 35 and a 25, which is, what does everybody goes? Up to 10 over,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I was doing 34. Yeah, no, it was 44, but okay. So but then so you run them. You don't control 6Q4, 28, 29 on one. Oh yeah, licenses suspended, multiple DUIs, the tags.
Yeah.
No insurance. You're like,
4 warrants in different categories.
so, and so so it's not fun being in traffic because, and there's a lot of people have a conception that, bad boys, or some, we're just going out kicking ass, taking names. You ever see them write a single report in any of these movies?
Yeah.
None.
No.
And guess what?
No.
75% of the job is filling out the correct paperwork, filling out the right modus operandi, why you stopped them, what probably had this probable cause you had to stop. So there's a lot, I taught at the academy, and I tell people, you have to have all of the elements of that crime. Otherwise, what do you get? I charge them because it seemed like what?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot. But I have nothing against traffic enforcement because I think that, again, you got to write tickets to some people. Some people you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just on my way home to the house. My son broke his iron. Okay, take your foot off the gas, stay within limit, get home. I hope your kid's safe.
Yeah.
So, kneeling. You got Kaepernick on one hand, George Floyd under the other. If you guys like it, you don't like it. What's going on?
Here's my thought on this. Number one, I believe in everybody's battle, or their rights, their everything. When it comes to Mr. Floyd, he was absolutely murdered. There was no fuck. I don't care anybody says. And everybody, he's sitting there with his knee on this guy's neck. He's begging for his mom, and everybody stood around like these other cops. I would have went and knocked him the fuck out.
What the fuck are you doing, Ty?
I would have said shit. I'd have busted fucking 5 teeth out of his mouth, and then he'd have woke up in a hospital, and George still be here. But I 100% disagree with that shit. That was the most horrible shit that I had seen. This is a guy who was begging for his mom, and this cunt piece of shit cop did this, and he had a smug look on his fucking face, and not any other cop got him off of there. There's no reason for that stuff. I've been in deadly situations, knockdown, drag out, horrible shit.
Yeah, the worst.
And I don't have any complaints. When we were done, it was all over. Okay, yeah, you got me. And there was no reason for that. As far as kneeling, I think there's a time to kneel, and there's a time to play.
Yeah.
We're out there paying multi-million dollars for you to play football because that's not your sport.
Yeah.
That's our sport. So do what is for us and not for you personally. I don't disagree with the kneeling, but find a place and find a time. How many times did he go back and take a knee over where Mr. Floyd was killed?
Yeah.
Anybody hear about it?
Yeah, exactly.
No. And so I met Colin one time. He was at Sierra played Grace Davis, where your brother played, and he was there with Marquell Colston.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marquell. And Marquell was Brandon's buddy. And so I met him. Great fucking guy. Polite, nice. He was really tall. I was like, God damn. And
It was a pro battle.
yeah, he did. And you know what? And he was great. He was polite. Hey, how you doing? Hey, much love, man. I didn't know who Colin was at the time. This is prior to him coming into the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, great guy. It's like, oh man, we bullshitted for a few minutes. Gave Marquell a hug. Hey, you doing, kid? And blah, blah, blah. And because all those kids remember they remember back in the day. But anyway, so, and I said, but it was real nice. But I think there's a time to kneel. Better so, and just an opinion, I would have rather seen all the teams on a 50-yard line facing each other, and each team holding hands saying, like, unity. You know what I mean? Because what happened to that poor young man was the most fucking horrible shit. I was actually praying by some chance they're looking for a good investigator, because I would have torn asshole through all the codes. I mean, even people, if I wasn't even a cop and I was in there, I would have dumped that. I would have dropped that fucking cop full speed ahead, dented his fucking head with my cool rings.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was, so I go to jail. Okay, I did a year in jail. Guess what? He'd still be alive because I disagree with that shit. So,
So yeah, for sure.
Politically, there's a lot of stuff to agree and disagree and stuff. But what about indoctrinating children to fight crime at night?
I'd left that in, like,
indoctrinating children to fight crime at night. I don't know how you could do that because most of the kids most people committing crimes at night are kids.
Yeah, it's like
Hey, fight crime. Oh shit, he said.
yeah,
There we go.
we need a counterpart. That's
Yeah,
what I'm trying to get.
Oh, we're trying to.
You can start with us and know you're shaking.
I tried to cut your hair. I didn't mean to shave. I thought, well, I kept looking at the.
I didn't mean to do that.
Hey, I kept looking at what the barber's doing. I was like,
I could do that.
I could do that. They look like chemo patients. And they were all set. You go to school.
I know that sad look.
Well, and I was like this. I was like, you know what? Let me take another one. No, that's not one. And it kept getting shorter and shorter. That was
My teacher's like, "Hey, did you have a procedure?" Like,
and then I took him out bowling. I thought like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, someone is like, oh, look at this nice man taking these sick kids up.
No, they
I'll
don't
make your wish guy.
They all got sunburns on their heads and shit. And Josh kind of the worst member.
Dude, that fucking what?
Now it's like leaking wells. I'm like,
It was like first time their scalp ever saw, so like,
ever. Huge.
hey, I was like, hey, and you know what the sad part is? I had my haircut done by the barber. It looked good as fuck. And I was like,
You were fine.
sick.
Hey.
I was looking sick.
Yeah, we can go back and watch those tapes. He still looks great.
Yeah.
I thought I could do it. And that was the last time.
I remember, I mean, I don't remember them at that time, but I've seen a lot of pictures, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
So who did this to you?
I thought I could do it. You know, you start with a 7, you go to 6. By the time you're at the 1, you're like, that's just really not working out.
Yeah.
Oh, and my mom
It looks like there was.
fucking pissed.
It looked like we were volunteering at like a special ed school. Or something.
No, you look like you belong to this picture. I'm sorry, man. I felt bad. I was like, and then like I planned on, I had to swing out on the lake, nice bow, pull them around, inner tubes, everything. I'm like, yeah.
Kids ever.
And hey, nice. I had a nice haircut, cop, and we're driving around. They're out there on that inner tube like this. She was in hot.
It's going scary. My hand hurts.
Yeah, dude. When like 2 days later, I was like, good God, you look like a bowl of guacamole.
Yeah.
You look like a bowl of hard-boiled eggs.
And they always with what's a little dip.
Yeah.
That's a little Wade Wilson.
Oh, God, I felt so freaking bad for like a minute or maybe 3.
Couple minutes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, cool.
Well, it was hard because they go, oh, my head hurts.
He
I
felt,
feel really bad.
he felt really bad when in between his last year. Great time.
I hated it, though. Like,
Oh,
I had like,
oh, no.
shaped like a wrestler.
No, Josh is swelled.
Oh, shit.
I don't think it ever unswelled.
I don't
No,
think that.
And who's that? There's a cartoon character goes like this. He's got like a Frankenstein.
Well, mastermind, but also Josh.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a mastermind. That's what happened to him. I was going, I felt hella bad, but I felt hella bad. I felt hella bad, but I couldn't quit laughing. And your mom got more and more pissed. Every day she was fucking pissed. And then she's put stuff on your head, and it will make your head like burn. Stop it! This will be better for you. I'm thinking,
Not right
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck! It looks really bad. Going ahead with look like your brain's on the external part of your scalp with white lotion all over it. Yeah, it was how it felt. So, well, I was telling you, so we're, when I was a sheriff, Bobby Hunt, love Bobby. The guy is absolutely amazing. He was a training officer. They called him Hatchet because he failed so many people. Because he is a great fucking cop. So we called him Hatchet. I passed his training program. We had a great time. So we went to the annual Christmas party, and so I was hungry. I was like, fuck. So Bobby's with me, we're his wife, and your mom, and we're all sitting there. I'm like, fuck, I'm hungry. Well, I had these gingerbread cookies on the fucking table. I'm like, yeah. I go, fuck it. I go, anybody want a piece of this? Bobby goes, no, go ahead, dude. Have at it. I say, but so I ate this whole fucking thing while he looked at me with a stupid smirk on. And when I was done swallowing the last piece, he goes, you know those are clay, right? Well, why the fuck would you put frosting and cinnamon and all this shit on your plate?
They ate them.
No, I ate the whole fucking thing, and he's like this.
You'd love their button to do.
Oh man, because it had that. They put frosting and all this stuff like a gingerbread. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, it's so fun. Anytime during that, he could have told me. By the way, but he's like, yeah, not a chance.
Let's see if he can fit.
And so yeah, I finished the whole thing. He's like,
It pays.
that was clay, and I was like, what? What do you mean? Clay, and he broke the one next to me. So I'm like, no.
A couple years back, my sister had gotten some dog treats and shit like that from the store and got some cookies and shit, and she put them all mixed up on a fucking plate. And I got stoned and came in. Started snacking on these cookies, and there's every now and again I'd eat this cookie, like, that's just a weird tasting cookie. But I finally finished the whole thing, and
You're like, this is good.
I ended up powering down like fucking 6 dog treats. My mom and my sister were like, hey, fucker, stop.
Chill.
They're not stopping. Like,
But you
not
know,
time at one.
there's some of the dog treats are better than some of the stuff we get in the store. So
It's like, I thought it was just nutritious cookies.
Yeah, no, I was like, I said they're stale. Like, they tasted like the icing's good still.
Yeah, dude. So, real quick, while we're kind of at a dark point, you said the low point.
your bald heads and me eating clay cookies. Yeah, we're about there.
Dark, it sounds like that.
You guys would have ate them. I swear to God, you'd be like, these are great. Okay, which one of you guys used to eat glue when you were a kid?
Was it me?
No, I Francis, I go,
I used to.
are you eating that? That smell, I go, it smells good, but no, I'm okay.
I had friends that did that, and I stopped talking to them immediately after I started doing stuff.
Nice.
We had a buddy in high school. I'll just say his name was Steve. I won't tell you his last name. But whatever you crushed up, it didn't matter. The chalk off the chalkboard, Velements, Lifesavers, anything you could chop up, he would snort.
Smarties, so good.
Anything. Hey, your buddy, we like, oh shit. He'd be like, cut him on the. We look up.
Yeah, is this dumb motherfucker?
And you're like, oh, these Velements are good. Like,
This one burns my ear.
and you're like us going, nicest fucking guy you ever meet. And I'm like, that was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, yes, what are we bringing to class today? So go ahead.
Oh, no, I actually just wanted to take a moment to kind of like test your detective skills, you know? So here we go. Riddle me this, player. All right? What are you? Then a Batman? Fucking goddamn right.
Blam.
Player.
Sally. Go ahead.
I don't know idea.
So I just got a little riddle. See if you can get the answer right. All right? So I have a back, but I'm not a camel. I can be sat on, but I'm not a horse. I have arms, but no hands.
Okay.
What am I?
So you're a chair with a saddle or some fat girl that you used to date.
It was a quadruple amputee.
Hey, you know what you call it? Hey, don't you? I can't tell this too.
I can't say that. Yeah.
I can. Okay.
We could cut it if it's too bad.
I saw this. It's really not. It's horrible. It's not a joke. Like it just reminded me. So I saw a pregnant lady, get hit by a bus in Stockton.
Oh shit.
No.
Yeah, it was fucking great. I call it a gender reveal party.
Need to get a boy.
Yeah, bam! Oh, it's a boy.
Yeah. Which of the 23 genders is red?
All right.
24.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Get up with it. It's
Sorry, bro. I know.
So Lisa, I got the best woman. She's American Indian, French, and she's Mexican, right? She's telling us one night, of course, I'm
ridiculous.
like says,
No.
so she goes, yes, I'm French, American Indian, and Mexican. He goes, without a lack of anything, he goes, we fucked you up at every war. I was like,
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
I was like, come on, dude. He was like this. Yeah, and he walked off and grabbed his plate and left. And I was like,
That's not American.
and then she's looking at me. I'm like, don't lie, stand down, don't lie. Please go. So just look away, I need to laugh.
Yeah, I would run up and I would.
Oh, because they're such, they're such
Fucking nice.
they're such good fucking friends. That,
You're on true or false question.
okay.
All right.
Determine whether I answer it's
True or false? All right. So, as kids, you used to call us in the living room and make us sit down and watch the Basketball Diaries, but specifically the scene where Leo starts working the glory hole in the Shell gas station.
You not get a glory hole.
Yeah, you remember the one?
No, no, that's not a glory
The
hole.
one in Bakersfield.
No,
Yes.
that's Bakersfield.
You know
No.
the one. Come on.
Oh, no. There we
You
go.
know the one. Okay, but is it true that you used to make us watch that and tell us that, hey, if you guys ever lie or do drugs, that's going to be you.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Do that.
True.
Now, dude, now like,
Hey,
never sucked a dick. Man who wants to.
hey, you know how big that pussy is with that hood? It's still a dick. Like this. Wait, listen.
Not even once.
Now listen, but I show you, you know why I had you watch that? Because you guys were all jocks, you're young kids, you're athletic,
We were
good
cute.
grades, and then
We were cute as hell.
I've never thought of a glory.
All
Yeah,
pastors
no,
wanted
it wasn't a glory hole. He was just going in there and smudging penis. So go ahead. My thing was, I wanted to. I want to say suck a dick on your. Well,
He tells the kid. We literally talk about.
even you like this. That actually sounds nice now. When did I sign up?
Leo is sucking dick like Oscar does in Starbucks parking lots.
Or
100%.
out there pissing on you guys. Hey, Oscar,
I'm gonna put Leo.
I got a video of you pissing on my grass.
Got you.
I'm gonna Photoshop Leo. That's
You gotta I heard, the only thing that we heard was Oscar. But yeah, I wanted you guys to know. Look,
Golden martini.
here's the transition. Great kid, great everything. You started down one little hit, and yeah, I did. I said, you know, man, you kids were, even when you were little, and I was a cop, I could put my gun on my bed. You guys in my duty gear. No, and I go, they go, hey, Jack, we watch TV in your room. Sure, go ahead. And then they're like, oh, your gun's on your bed. All right, go and put it up. And they were always very, very good. But I wanted you to know, and that was a good fucking movie to say.
Great.
You have a, well, obviously, like the second dick part.
You want to learn how to suck dick?
Like,
You
yeah,
watch
this
that.
is-
Just smooch half the game.
Smooching penis.
Yeah.
That's the new terminology.
Yeah. It's just smooch a peen.
And then she smooched my pain, dog.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Fucking, do you remember the DARE program?
Yeah.
They were learning you how to send that shit.
I actually won the award. There was, I don't know how many, few hundred people. I won the award I was a DARE officer. When I went to training, I won the award, which meant that I get to give the speech. I won the highest award. I got to give the speech at the DARE ceremony.
You're sauce, aren't you?
Oh.
You're like, have you ever seen that?
Dropping the
Oh,
mic and shit, dude.
all of our instructors were excellent folks. And, well, they wanted me to go out. And so it's down in Los Angeles. They wanted me to go out to like a Compton area and talk about, this is your life. And if you go and drink, empty the balloon. This is you without that. Like, hang on. But see how happy I'm like going, without saying this.
And we are out of time, so we're going to have to cut it off there. But don't worry, there is going to be a second episode, which is basically the second half of this interview with Jim Anderson. So make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss out on that. I am aware of the audio quality being off or poor, however you want to describe it. I'm aware of it, and I'm not going to spill any excuses or anything, but like the mics did make us sound like robots at times, and it's because of some AI Decepticon shit. The machines, they are rising up and they're coming for our wives, so you got to prepare. We didn't realize it at the time. We were completely unaware of it, but we were all gay in that moment, and these are homophobic mics. Everyone knows that the Jews run Hollywood, so Mel Gibson said. So, like, I don't know how you guys expected us to have good audio quality in the first place, really, when you think about it. I can't really explain it, but I feel like it has something to do with Katy Perry and her dog brain entourage going to space. But again, I am not here to make any excuses. The audio will be fixed, so don't worry on that. Thank you guys very much for listening to this podcast. There's a Linktree link in the description that shows you all the platforms I'm currently creating content on. So if you could give those a follow, it would be very, very greatly appreciated by me. And yeah, catch you all next time. Peace.
Homie, this ain't for you. Ain't chasing paper, this ain't for you. You know what we came to do. Hey, you know what we came to do. Look, I'm in a league of my own. Y'all need to leave it alone. I'ma just eat everything. I'ma just leave you the bones. Call it an even exchange. There ain't no need to explain. Yeah, it should be overstood. Like when I hop on a plane and I fly over your hood. Y'all should be knocking on wood. Don't make me go against the grain. I ate my Wheaties, I'm good. Fuck out my face. Fuck out my face, yo.